Hi, welcome to Season 1, Episode 2 of Average Takes. Today we got Shenny,
Ale,
Tanner,
Your boy, what's up?
Rome Villa,
How's it?
and Bob. What's up, guys?
what up, y'all? So let's get right into some NBA Finals talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No sweep here.
No.
Yeah, my
sweep.
take looks average now. No sweep. Kind of embarrassed to say that.
Tanner,
Why is
the Heat looks terrible.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, the sweep's out the window for Miami, but we still got faith in South Beach. We still got faith in South.
I'm sorry.
A little bit of faith.
It's just
Jimmy
it's
performed tonight.
only going to go 5 now. So we got one more. We get one more game. NBA makes a little bit more money on one more game in this COVID season. So, but tonight
I just like that.
Jimmy Butler. What the heck, man? What a game!
Went off.
40
Went
points,
off.
Dub.
double.
Nice, good game.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that he did it without Chicken Adobo and Goran either.
Yeah,
he did it just with all supporting
He did it
members.
without Bam, blah blah, and whatever his name is. And
Yeah.
Hero had a cool 17, but not the best.
It's a cool 17.
Yeah,
it's a cool 17.
Nothing hot about it.
Light
cool.
17.
Yeah.
What I want to talk about is Jimmy scored 40 points without even attempting a three-pointer. How old school basketball is that? You beat the Lakers, scored 40, and you didn't even attempt a three-pointer. That's all inside the
straight dog.
Yeah, he literally if they guarded him one-on-one, he was taking him to the basket and he was scoring, or they were fouling and he was going to the line. I don't know how many times he went to the line tonight, but I feel like he was there all night. Literally, he had a reservation on the free throw line tonight.
Well, he was 14
and
for
literally
20 shooting in the field, so that would say 28 points, so about 12 made free throws.
Yeah, 12 made free throws. That's a lot. That's pretty good math if it is correct. That was fast.
11 rebounds, 13 assists with that, and he didn't even have a single foul either. He played pretty good defense. That supporting cast.
Yeah, I remember specifically.
Go ahead.
I remember in the fourth quarter, I was watching. It was like 2 minutes left. He went, I think it was KCP guarding him, and he drove down, and KCP was one-on-one with him, and he ended up getting to the basket. And I forget how, but LeBron comes over to help, and so he goes up on LeBron, and LeBron fouls him. But as he's going, I can see Jimmy like elbowing LeBron as he's going down, and I was like, that just kind of like shows the type of player Jimmy Butler is. Like as he's getting fouled, he's still chippy, and he's fouling LeBron back, like showing that I'm here to play too. Like he may be the king, but I'm Jimmy Butler. Like I'm here to play too. I love that. Love seeing stuff like that.
Yeah, he played well.
It makes the game more fun to watch.
Anthony Davis didn't play as well as I was expecting him, and how he had been playing all series. He scored 15, but he only had 5 rebounds, 3 assists. That's not him usually. He only shot the ball 9 times.
Yeah, 33 minutes, bro.
Yeah, that's just not
Anthony
Davis. That's not feeding him enough.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that has to do with Morris and Kuzma having shot 13.
Yeah,
Kuzma but the reason why they're shooting more is because their game plan is obviously to neutralize Anthony Davis, and that's what getting them to shoot more. The only way the Lakers can win in that situation, if Morris and Kuzma are going to shoot, they have to be perfect. They have to make their shots. And tonight they didn't.
They were under 50%.
Yeah, they were both at least. Kuzma was 50%. Morris was under 50%. And those are deep. That's good. Those are good shooting percentages. But you can't in the playoffs like this. You got to be better if you want to win games.
Especially Danny Green.
They're losing by 11. Danny Green missed all of his shots tonight. Had 2 points. Had 2 for 4. If he makes 4 3-pointers, then they win by 1. They lost by 11. Like, just comes down to making your shots in key moments. And Jimmy Butler did. Jimmy Butler did. The Lakers didn't, and they lost tonight. And they'll readjust. They're up 2-1 still. I think now they're gonna take it in 5, but I wish they would have swept them. I think they lost focus tonight.
Kenny Olenek had a great game also.
Or the Heat just had a better game plan. They just had a better way to attack them.
They did it without Bam Adebayo and without Goran, which is pretty crazy. They stuck Anthony Davis
Olenek
to a
stepped
point
up.
where he was pretty much neutralized compared to how he normally plays. Not completely, but still. And Kuzma did shoot well, like 50%. He was 4 of 8, I think, from 3.
Yeah.
And that's shooting well. Like 4 of 8, you can't really ask for much playoff game.
No.
I think that's pretty well shooting.
I think Danny Green is the reason they lost this game. Over 6 from the field, over 4 from three-pointer. You can't have that in your starting lineup. That's just a huge hole for a player getting.
I think the only reason the Lakers lost the game is Eric Spoelstra. It's literally Eric Spoelstra game
good
plan.
coaching.
I don't know what he wrote up. Yeah, it was just Eric Spoelstra. Simple as that. Because Anthony Davis, he doesn't play like that. Anthony Davis goes off.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler has a lot to do with it, playing both sides of the ball well. Very well.
Yeah.
So now what are your guys' predictions to finish it? I'm going to stick with 5-1, or 5 games, 4-1.
How do they go 5-1?
My bad.
2 extra more games.
Game 5, 4-1.
I'm gonna have to go with you on that. I had a sweep earlier in the podcast, but they lost, so they can't sleep no more. So I'm gonna have to go in 5. Next best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a sweep for Miami the other way. That's looking kind of awful as a take right now. We were supposed to be average takes. That's all I'll take. So I'm gonna stick with the faith outreach. I'm gonna say Miami in 7, which was my original take on the first podcast, actually. As a matter of fact.
Yeah. I think last pod I said 5-6. I think I'm gonna go 5 Lakers.
They looked like the better team up until this game. I mean, if Heat could find a way to get Bam and Gordon back on the court, even though they're hurt, it would be a game changer for the series, definitely. But one game, I think this snaps back the fuel and snaps you back to reality after taking a loss like this.
Yeah.
Especially Jimmy in LeBron's face saying you're in trouble. After LeBron tried saying that to him
You're in
earlier.
trouble. Oh my God, Jimmy.
LeBron tried to say it earlier, and it ignited a fire under Jimmy, and so Jimmy said it back in the fourth quarter.
Jimmy's a dog, man. He's fun
I love
to watch.
He's always been a dog.
Yeah.
He came from JUCO. He knows the struggle.
He came from the streets homeless.
Yeah.
He knows the absolute real struggle.
I'm glad Dudley produced tonight, though. He had a good game. 0 minutes, 0 shots. Way to produce tonight.
This fucking guy. San Diego fucking product, though. San Diego product. Shout out.
Yeah, veteran leader on that team.
Yeah, good minutes.
The lights went out a little bit. Lights went out in Georgia.
Let's talk about some MLB playoffs, boys.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about home team first.
Go Pods.
SD.
Go Pods.
San Diego ended up defeating the Cardinals in a 3-game series.
Browns back.
2-1.
Blues cool too.
Tatis is electric.
Browns back. The Blues cool.
Tatis is the reason they
I'll respect
won.
That.
Yeah.
His home run sparked a rally.
Tatis Jr. is a GOAT in the making. He is 21 years old and a phenom. He's electric. He has put the city on his back, and he said, let's go. We're going after a championship. Let's go. And he's flexing all over everyone. Anyone he faces, he's bat flipping like no other. Jose Bautista, who? I don't care. Everyone's telling us, oh, Padres, act like you've been there before. We've never been here before. We don't even know how to act. We've never been here. We're going to act however we want because this is new school baseball and this is our town. We're coming for that ass.
Play.
We're coming for that cake.
They let the dogs in the yard.
Yeah.
And like my friend Gavin Johnson says, the Padres will win today. That works.
Love that.
Oh, let's get it.
Let's go.
Slam Diego, baby. Slamming a brewski for Slam
Diego.
You love
Slam
to see
Diego.
it.
It was a great series. This next series, they'll be taking on the Dodgers. in Arlington, Texas, at the Rangers' new stadium. How are we feeling about that matchup?
How I'm feeling is, you think the Padres bullpen can do it against Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger and Corey Seager? And
it's definitely going to be
great names all year long.
We've done it all year hard.
All year long.
It's going to be the hardest series in the play. It's going to be the best matchup in the playoffs. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's going to be easy series for LA because it's not. It's going to be a super fun series to watch, though. I think that's this, like we've said before, talking about it, this is definitely the best series left in the playoffs. I think best matchup to watch. Absolutely 100%. Love this matchup.
Exciting series.
If the Padres, two good pitchers, Lamet and Clevenger, could pitch, I know they've been hurt. They haven't pitched in a while.
I think they need to suck it up. I say suck it up.
You have to. It's playoffs.
This is the finals. This is the playoffs.
We didn't let them
it is the
to get to this moment. This is exactly where we want to be. Padres knew that they had to go through LA to get some piece of that cake, and this is step 2 of a piece of that cake.
Oh, 100%.
I think it's going to be a great test.
The final step.
Final step.
2-step staircase.
No way.
Little
Dodgers have been the big brother for too long. This is the series that we finally changed that.
The Dodgers haven't made it
past.
Through
13 strikes game 1.
They haven't clutched a World Series title in a long time, so.
Odds are going to see Kershaw twice.
Strikeouts.
You guys have been here. You guys have won the NL West the last 8 years and have 2 World Series appearances.
But they haven't won a series though. Like they need the series though.
Yeah, they've never faced the Padres in a series before.
I think the Padres showed
how electric we can be.
How much they could grind out W's. The first team in the postseason to use 9 relief pitchers in a game and caught a W. It was a shutout. I think this team has it. You know, when you watch baseball, you could see when a team is just so electric and they just move so smoothly together. They're all best friends out there. I think this Padre team has that shine, that like special thing this year. I don't know what you call it, but for some reason, I think they have it. Padres in 5. Clevenger and Lamet come out and throw dime games. Walker Buehler's dealing with a blister, and Padres know that. We're going to work counts, work at bats, get them out early, get to that pen early. I think Padres in 5.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
That's my take.
I just love Padre fans. Just so naive. Like it's all gonna be rainbows, and you know what? This is just the special year. Guess what? You just ran into the wrong team at the wrong time.
No, opposite.
The wrong lineup.
Great series.
These are not the Cardinals. This is not the Cardinals, buddy. This is
not
Los
the Brewers.
Angeles Dodgers, the best team in baseball.
These are not the Milwaukee Brewers.
Okay, true.
These are the Slam Diego Padres.
You could say the Brewers have better pitching than the Padres, though.
We will bang anybody you throw at us. We've done it all year. The Dodgers lost. At one point, the Dodgers had 10 losses. 4 of them were to San Diego. At one point this season. So we know how to beat them. We will do it, and we've done it more than 3 times this year. So I'm just saying it can't be done.
They beat us more than 3 times. Well, more than 3 times.
Yeah.
Never in the postseason, though.
Spank them around. Never in the postseason, though.
It's going to be a great series
different story.
no matter what.
Manny Machado knows these guys. He played against them. He went deep off Kershaw twice in a game.
Yeah.
I think
that's going to be the best moment.
Dodgers are as good as you think. Dodgers are beatable. Dodgers are old.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're beatable.
I believe they're beatable also, yeah.
I think they missed their chances. They've got 2 more chances within the next couple more years. So they're in their opportunity right now. So if they can seize it,
I think they're in the twilight years. It's falling from their fingers.
Padres are on the rise.
Really?
We will be at the top of baseball for years to come.
100%.
So do not sleep on us.
Really?
Go Pods.
Yeah.
I'm not sleeping. I'm definitely not sleeping on the Padres at all. I think Manny's going to be the X factor for this next series. If Manny's going to come out hot and play like crazy, I think Fernando was definitely the obvious X factor in the last series because it was a team that they haven't seen a lot. It was St. Louis. I don't think they played them. What was it? Once at all? Did they even play them at all this season?
No,
this season, no. But
once.
last year we beat them both series. We played them, and we were not good last year.
Yeah. So you haven't seen this pitching at all this year, and obviously that showed in this series a lot. But that little spark that Tatis had, the back-to-back jacks, him and Manny, I just think with the series coming up with the Dodgers, I think they're going to try to take Tatis out of it because they know he's the spark, so they're going to go after him and try to get him to stay off base as much as possible. So if Manny could be the spark in this next series, I think he's the player to watch. I think if Manny can set it off for the Padres, it's going to be a fun series to watch. If not, the Dodgers are going.
Dodger fans got a rude awakening coming from. I'm sorry. San Diego is ready. You're ready to take over.
I think the Dodgers are sleeping on the Padres. I really do think the Dodgers are sleeping on them.
There's no way they're sleeping on the Padres after they saw that game against the Cardinals because that Cardinals team is good. That Cardinals team is like not a slouch team. You can say what you want about them. That Cardinals team has a lot of guys.
It's
on
a good team.
Paul
Up and down lineup
Yadier
is
Molina,
good.
Wainwright.
The whole Central is terrible.
Yeah.
They all lost. The whole Central is weak this year.
But they had the most teams to make postseason. They had the most. And then they're all out after round one.
All out after round one.
Central, see ya. No good.
No good. Garbage.
I like how this round is all interdivision matchups. So let's talk in the National League, the Braves and Marlins.
Wait, Padre fans, I just want one more thing. Don't forget on game day. Don't forget your game day tweets. You know, the
100%.
Padres will win today. Speak
100%.
it into existence. It works. We're 2-0, and I don't think it's ever gonna stop. We might even sweep the Dodgers this year. With the Padres will win today. So let's keep it working. Let's keep it rolling. All right, let's roll into the Miami.
Put the broom away.
The Miami Braves game. I don't know what I have to say about that because I don't even know how Miami even is in this position. So that's wild. I think the Braves stomp them.
They depend on Sixto Sanchez.
I think the Braves stomp them and just roll over them and see. I think it's going to be a NLCS Braves versus Padres matchup. Something we haven't seen. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's going to be fun.
Freddie Freeman's going to hit 3 jacks.
Clip that. Chenny terrible takes. Clip that one.
I don't think the Braves roll over the Marlins. Sixto, like Roman said, is a stud.
Yeah.
I watched Pedro Martinez talk about how this kid is the same type of pitcher with better stuff. How do you have better stuff than Pedro Martinez? But
Sixto Sanchez.
The man himself said he does.
He's been rolling,
shoved against the Cubs.
No.
The Marlins are sneaky.
He's hot right now.
Pedro
like
Martinez
you said, Bob, that bottom feeder mentality, you got to love that. And when guys bring that to play every day, that's a little something you got to bring to play with you, and it gives a little spark. Walk around with that chip on your shoulder. I like the way they're playing. The pitching has been phenomenal. I think that's what's carried them through to this point. And if they show up like they did, and you saw what happened against the Reds with the Braves. It was late scoring games. It was low scoring games.
Yeah,
so if pitching does show up, you can shut that team down. I think this series is going to be good.
Very good series.
I think the better teams just came out and won. So the Reds clearly weren't a team ready to compete yet. So
what did Joey Votto say? What was Joey Votto's quote?
Fucking monsters.
Fucking nightmares. Yeah, fucking nightmare or something.
Sonny Gray also quoted, I packed for
How could you be on that team and say that, though?
That's what he said.
How could you go into playoffs saying that?
Sonny Gray, quote-unquote, said, I packed for a month, meaning he packed for a whole World Series trip. And they lost 2 games, got shut out, both of them.
Got shut out.
Not a good look for the Reds.
That's tough for the vlogs.
Yeah,
Trevor
Bauer's
Trevor Bauer, yep.
I hope you're watching this and be like, damn, that Trevor kid is way better than me.
That's definitely not happening.
But then he looks at the numbers.
He for sure says that. No, he for sure says that.
And he looks at the numbers. He goes, "I have more views. I'm in the MLB. I have more money.
I throw a heater."
Terrible take.
What are your guys'?
Can we get into the American League talks now?
Do we talk even who's going to win these games? Did we?
I don't know, bro.
Hey, who we pick?
I already let you guys know.
I got Braves in 4.
I thought we did.
I got Braves in 4.
Braves in 3.
4? Oh, really? Damn, I didn't even think about it like this yet. Give me a second. Let me ponder on that now. Let me ponder real quick. I like this Miami team.
Braves in 3.
I do. I like this Braves in 3. I like this team. I'm gonna go Braves. I'm gonna say Braves in 5. I think it's no. I don't even like that. I don't feel that in my gut. I'm gonna go stick with you guys. Braves in 4. I'm gonna stay with that.
4. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen.
Braves in 4.
Let's talk AL. Let's talk about the games that are gonna be played in San Diego Petco Park. New York Yankees will face the Rays. Rays are obviously the home team as they're the higher seed. How are we feeling about that?
I think the Yankees are going to take the cake on this one. Giancarlo, I don't know if you guys know this, but his batting average is 323, 8 home runs in 19 games in Petco Stadium. And he won the freaking home run derby there just like a couple years ago. So if he just goes off in the series, I think they're going to take the cake.
Hold on one second. Did we just see Roman go from a caterpillar to a butterfly right in front of our
Just
eyes
like
right
that.
there with that tape?
That is a
what was that,
Tony
Roman?
Gwynn of a stat if I've ever seen it.
I
love
it.
it.
A fantastic tape.
I
That
love
was
it, Roman.
fantastic.
That fool's going to go off. I'm telling you, the Yankees are going to kill him.
I've seen him hit 2 home runs at
Petco
in the same game.
And he hit 2 home runs against the Indians last series. He went back-to-back home runs in the series last year. He's been on fire since he came back from injury. I love that Yankees team. Luke Voigt's been around, staying, and Giovanni Ursula's good. That whole lineup, top to bottom, is good. Aaron Hicks, Brett Gardner, love that team.
I can't go against my team to beat though in the Rays. The Rays have Snell. Blake Snell is a lefty stud. He was throwing a no-hitter for 5 innings, actually, in his first postseason start. Then they got Charlie Morton, and they also have a young kid named Tyler Glasnow. That 3-headed pitching monster
he's nasty.
is all nasty. They're all nasty. This lineup is super weird. I don't know if I could even name all their starters. They got Brandon Lowe is a stud. Hunter Renfroe saved the game for them. Well, not really saved the game. They were winning by 3, I think, but he had a grand slam to win the game, basically. I think this Rays team is just sneaky. I think they're going to sneak in there and sneak out of there and take these games. I got Rays in 5.
This one's tough for me because this is another interdivision matchup with guys who have seen each other a lot. But in the regular season, the Tampa Bay Rays won their battles this year in how many matchups they won. They had majority of the wins, so they know how to beat the Yankees. It was just something they know how to beat the Yankees. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the Rays also, and I'm gonna go Rays in 4.
Roman's fucking stat almost got me though. You almost switched me, bro. Roman. That stat you pulled out of there. I mean, I love
Yankees
that.
in 5.
It's just hard. I don't want to go against the Yankees because they're the Yankees, but I'm going against them.
I was already going Yankees before that stat because I watched that whole series last round, and Giancarlo's back. Aaron Judge is back. That team looks good. And they are all back playing at a high level. I'm gonna go Yankees in 3. They sweep them, get them out of there quick. The Rays don't know what's coming.
Damn, is that right?
Yes, sir.
The injuries were hurting them, bro. Now that they have all their players back, bro, they're looking great.
They did that last year to them too. They did that last year to them.
I mean, they very much could. That Yankees team, you you saw how well they battled back in.
Did you watch
versus the
Garrett Cole
Indians.
pitch?
Yes, that too.
Did you see Garrett Cole start?
Yeah, shoved.
They gave him his catcher. They gave him his catcher, and they're like, "All right, you can have Kyle in the lineup, and we'll let him catch for you." And now he's absolutely shoving.
Yeah,
Welcome back, Garrett Cole.
He's
pitching at
pitching
Cy Young level at the perfect time.
Game 1.
Name a better time to get hot. Name a better time to get hot. I'll wait. It's the playoffs. It's the best time to get hot.
It's the World Series, the best time, but playoffs definitely.
You gotta get there first.
I said, come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, playoffs in general.
Just come on.
It's going to be a great matchup.
Tomorrow,
Another great matchup.
Yeah, we got the Houston Trash Cans against the Oakland Athletics.
A team that's already been in a brawl this year.
Yeah.
Been in the brawl.
It's gonna be heated.
It's gonna be heated.
Tensions.
It's in Dodger Stadium.
A lot of these playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to think about that. It's not in Oakland that has the weird foul territory and the deep field. It's in Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, and it's not in Houston where there's people in the background, maybe in the dugout, hitting things to let the other team know that they know what signs they have. But it's at an even playing field this year. So I think I got the Oakland Athletics. I think they're gonna take them, and I think they end the Houston Trash Cans little run that they got going on, and just the baseball gods have something coming for the Houston Trash Cans, and I think the Oakland Athletics are what's coming for them.
I have to agree.
I got Oakland A's in 4.
They can smoke Oakland.
I could definitely agree with Oakland. I mean, 4 or 5 games. I'll say 4 games. I think it's going to be with pitching. Houston has a very young bullpen, and they need these starters to go deep into games. They're asking McCullers, who came back from Tommy John not too long ago, to go very deep into games. They're asking Greinke, who's pretty old and gets into long at-bats. I think the A's have a good shot at winning this just because their bullpen alone.
Chris Bassett is nasty.
Yeah, if they get a lead, that bullpen is capable of shutting it down for the rest of the game. I didn't like the A's in a matchup with the Red Sox.
Let's hear it, Roman.
They definitely going to beat
Chris Bassett has held the Astros to 650 OPS all season.
And that's terrible.
Damn.
Yes,
650 OPS is terrible.
But I say this, I hate cheaters, and not rooting for the Astros. But if I feel like if Jose Altuve can turn it on this series, it could be crazy.
The cheater.
I feel like the Astros can crank him.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I think everybody's a little bit hard on Houston because a lot of teams were cheating. And I'm the type of guy I play hard. I cheat you to beat you if I got to. And I like Houston. And I think Houston wins this series though. I think it's gonna be a fun series to watch. I think Houston takes it and they run into the Yankees next series, but definitely Houston wins this. I think I'm gonna give them in four games.
I think I'm gonna go Athletics in 5.
Great. Go A's in this one.
Yeah, that has basically wrapped up MLB. Do we have any last second takes?
Go Pods.
Go Pods.
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Dodger fans,
just because.
be ready. This is going to be a series to remember, and I can't wait to beat you guys and then hear all the 60-game season. You guys only were good for 60
matter. 60-game season doesn't matter.
Cody Bellinger won an MVP.
Yeah.
Yep. World Series since 1980 something. I haven't seen my team win a World Series in 30 years. Oh my God, I'm a Dodgers fan.
Coming from the Padres who have never won one. How about never? How about
all my friends?
Never wary? How about
everybody my age?
How about never wary in 1980? Never.
Wait.
How about that?
I just want to know, everybody my age has never seen the Dodgers World Series or a Padres World Series. So we're on the same page. I think we're on the boat. We're looking at the same point of view right now. We have the same views right now.
See, okay, so Fantasyland's over for Slam Diego next week. It's over. Bye-bye. Padres out of here. You guys had your fun, and we'll see you back in a drought. See you later. Get your little 5 minutes of fame. This is about the farthest the Padres ever been. They always peek their head in the playoffs when they get there, and then see their way out.
This definitely could be a rematch of the 1998 World Series.
It definitely will. And I'm 100% confident on that.
That'd be crazy.
I'm 100% confident on that.
Let's talk about some
I wish
NFL
COVID
games.
wasn't a thing. I want to go watch every single game.
True. I do miss.
Hey, if they make it past this round, we can go to Arlington, make a little trip, average takes in Arlington. Might cost us a little bit, but we can make
We could make it.
Not mad.
Average
Great
take,
idea.
I know.
We're going on to the NFL.
Yeah, let's get into some NFL football for some Sunday, a little football talk. It was an interesting Sunday. A lot of guys had really good days, and a lot of teams had really bad days. So gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Speaking of bad days, how about let's start with Cleveland and Dallas.
Yeah,
let's
talk about the sucker punch.
The shocker.
The shocker.
Did we all say Dallas was gonna win?
We all said
Dallas, but I mean, looking at just the numbers, the 2-1 Browns going up against the 1-2 Cowboys, there's a pretty good chance you could have seen a win coming from the Cleveland Browns right there.
Nah, I don't.
I mean,
no, not if you watch the Cowboys.
I don't think.
Not if you watch the
defense was that bad.
Yeah.
Well, if you go back to our Pick'ems episode, I said I had the Dallas, and I don't think they stopped Dak, and somehow Dak threw for 503 passing yards, and they lost. So something's going on.
Second interception for Dak was the cost.
40-14. It was 40-14. He had to come back from 40 points to 14. When you're playing at that, that's how you throw for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns and 1 interception and still don't win, because your defense literally didn't help you one bit. Imagine showing up to a football game and they go, "Hey, this is the pros. This is the Dallas Cowboys and Cleveland Browns. But hey, we're going to start the game, and Cleveland's going to start the game with 40 points on the board, and you have 0. Let's start the game like that." Imagine showing up, literally, and that's what Dallas did today.
That's
what Dak had to deal with.
Yeah,
apparently.
Cowboys.
Shout out Cowboy fans
with injuries, but the Browns pulled a lot of tricks out of their sleeve.
And had a great day today.
It was all trick plays.
Yeah. No, the Browns numbers don't look nearly as good as a team that should have scored 49 points.
No,
but they did.
Definitely don't. Baker Mayfield had 165 passing yards.
Yeah. I think he's the problem. I think that team would be a lot better with a different quarterback. I just don't believe in Baker Mayfield at all.
I think this team looks great right now. I mean,
they do look good. I'm not gonna lie. They do look pretty good, but I don't believe in Baker. They look good. They look good. You look good.
I don't like that. I don't like 19.
Yeah, I hate that. I think Baker Mayfield's the problem.
No
why
INTs,
this team is not
though.
like a top 5 team in the league. I think this team all around is a really good team. The quarterback is the
first string running back left early because of injury. Cowboys really fumbled bag here. I mean, I think the whole world picked them to win. Browns with the new coach look pretty good. A lot of trick plays. They had Jarvis Landry throw a touchdown to OBJ. OBJ did an end around for a touchdown.
That was a good throw by Jarvis Landry. Not going to cap.
Yeah, can't cap.
Lefty. The lefty.
Old high school connection just coming back.
LSU connection right there.
LSU connection.
That's pretty crazy that they did play in high school in LSU.
Yeah.
And now they're on a professional team. That's pretty wild.
That's boys. Those are boys right there.
Yeah. That's pretty sick.
Let's talk about
we want to talk about next
Bucks game.
Good game.
Let's talk about it.
Tom Brady went off with nobody. What can I say?
Scotty Miller, baby.
That game early looked like it was going to be the Chargers all the way until
Herbert looked nice.
Seconds left in the second quarter when they fumbled it on the 5-yard line.
Well, that was a Los Angeles Chargers classic game.
Yeah,
getting up early against a great team. Oh, we're feeling pretty good about ourselves, but then they scored. I don't know how many points they scored in the second half, but clearly it wasn't enough to win this game.
Couldn't have
So
been more right.
bad
I
football
think
teams keep playing bad and will always be bad, continue to be bad, and that is what the Los Angeles Chargers are. Bad team.
I think they got a lot of potential. I think they got a lot of
so many
potential still.
injuries.
No, they lost today.
Bad
Yeah.
coaching
I think
equals
if
bad
injuries, if
teams.
it wasn't injuries,
So many
and I
injuries,
like
bro.
this Tampa team. And does Tom Brady roll around with like a cloning device or something? Because he always has a little white dude who plays slot and scores touchdowns. Like, where does he find these guys? It doesn't matter what team he's on. He's always got one. He's got a Julian Edelman, a Danny Amendola. It really doesn't matter. He's always got someone.
This Bucks team might be scary because they're not playing to their top potential.
I just picked up Scotty Miller.
They didn't have Leonard
I'm behind you in
Fournette.
waiver, and I tried.
They didn't have Leonard Fournette. They didn't have their wide receiver Chris Godwin, and Tom Brady still had 370 yards, 5 touchdowns, got sacked 0 times versus Chargers.
And you love to see that.
You love to see it as a 43-year-old.
Not typical for the Chargers.
Not
typical.
Thought the Chargers have a good pass rush with the elite defensive linemen.
They're all hurt.
All hurt, buddy.
Yep.
There's so many injuries. How do you not understand this?
That Tampa team does look shaky, though. Can't lie.
Down on Herbert, though. You guys got to quit talking down on Herbert. This kid is a stud. I don't care what you guys say. He was 20 for 25, 290 yards, 3 touchdowns to nobody's. He has really – everyone's hurt, so they have all practice squad guys out there.
What's the record?
Herbert's a stud.
I'm giving it up to you. I'm giving it up to you for Justin Herbert call. I was sleeping on him. I watched a little bit of the game today. The end, he looked good. What?
Yeah, no, we're tanking.
The coach has just been bad lately.
The way he can throw under pressure is so sick because he's got guys that they're in his face. He's already going and he's making good passes down the field. I think that's a huge thing for a rookie to be able to play like that.
He still has some kinks. He slid 2 yards before the line of scrimmage to not get hit, but he should have just thrown it out of bounds, which I was like, that's kind of an easy call to do right there. I mean, it's just rookie mistakes, but
you can tell he's an excited player. Yeah, he's just wanting the game. Like he's too much. He's going too wild in his head. He needs to calm the storm a little bit. And he's going to be really good.
Yeah, they had a 93-yard touchdown drive.
You saw how good he was throwing until that interception. He was literally, it was like frozen ropes out there. He was literally long handoffs. He was throwing so nice. He was throwing downfield and it was looking better than when Tom Brady would come back out and throw downfield and miss people. Yeah, it was pretty crazy for a little bit right there.
Yeah, Herbert looked pretty good, especially with having Eckler get hurt in the first quarter too. I mean, it seems like that's all I keep talking about with the Chargers. I feel bad for Anthony Lynn because he's getting all the heat right now. But it really has to do with them getting hurt. They just can't stay healthy, can't hold on to the ball multiple games. Let's move on. Tampa and the Bucks look kind of scary.
Finally.
They are.
Can we talk about some good football teams?
You want to talk about the Seahawks?
Yeah, or the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
Talk about Buffalo Bills.
The team to beat.
The team to beat.
Yes.
Been saying it, still saying it. Bills Mafia, stand up. They look savage this year. Defense, fantastic. Offense, fantastic. Doesn't matter who the running back is. We're still going to score touchdowns. We're going to pass the ball 40 times a game, and we're going to complete it at least 30. You got to love
24 to 30, 24 and 34. Bills. Josh Allen went with 288 yards. No INTs, 2 touchdowns. Decent.
You're
looking pretty good.
I mean,
not bad.
He's playing great.
4-0. Literally 4-0, yeah.
You beat a decent Raiders team.
I was watching that game. And Derek Carr, he throws such a tight spiral. But it's just like he misses a lot of weird passes. Like he hits for a lot of high accuracy, and the passes when he misses, it's just like, how did he miss that? Because you're so used to him throwing a nice pass on these little short passes that when he goes for a medium range, he misses bad. It's super weird because he's a very accurate looking passer when you watch him.
Yeah.
So it's just so weird watching him.
Decision making, I think, is like a tick behind, and then it just puts him in a weird timing. I don't know.
I think he hit a high clip today. I think he was almost 70% completion.
He
just
always
missed
completes
bad
a
on the
lot.
passes. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, I don't know.
32 for 44 today, 311 yards.
Yeah, they got
Two
sacked a
TDs,
couple
no
times.
INTs.
That Bills defense is good, bro. They held Josh Jacobs to under 50 yards rushing, no rushing touchdowns. That's how you beat this Raiders team, is to stop their best player on the field.
Let Derek Carr throw it. And make
Like
bad
Derek Carr
decisions.
throw it. I mean, he didn't have any interceptions, but it just
Great
wasn't
game plan.
enough.
Week in,
Great
week
game
out.
plan.
It's just not enough when you can't get that run game going. I mean, they didn't feed him enough, but he just wasn't getting it going. So I think this Bills team is going to be scary. I mean, they still have to go through the Patriots, Tom Brady-less Patriots, but it's still Patriots division until they beat them.
That's a good segue right there. Let's talk about that Monday night matchup real quick. Let's touch on that because that's a huge matchup. The KC New England. I'm excited for that game. That game's
Cam
gonna be
Newton
fun
tested
to watch,
positive,
and that's gonna show.
though.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, breaking news to you, I
Breaking
guess.
news to me.
That's why they moved
news. Breaking news.
When are they playing it though?
Monday,
When they moved
tomorrow.
it to?
I thought they just moved it. Yeah, they moved it like earlier in the day.
No, it's at 4.
Oh.
It was supposed to be a game. It was supposed to play
It was supposed
today.
to be a game today, but okay.
So Cam's out.
So Cam's out officially.
I think
KC's gonna take the cake.
Stidham's starting.
It's Studham. So it's Studham. So we're gonna see what the
Auburn.
Patriots' full potential is then. That's what we're talking about here.
We're gonna see
Basically.
what it would have been like if they didn't have Cam Newton.
And we're gonna see what
So
it would
are
have been like
they.
if they still had Tom Brady. He's the same
But they're
quarterback.
playing the Chiefs, so I don't know if you can really say, we're gonna
They're
see what they look like.
steamrolling. KC's
Chiefs
gonna
are a good
steamroll
team.
the Patriots.
Yeah,
You
the
think it's gonna
Chiefs
be
is
steamroll?
gonna
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I don't think steamroll, but
steam.
Well, they just
Patriots
beat
are
a
just
good
hard to steamroll no
Baltimore
matter
team.
who they have.
yeah, Bill Belichick's a great coach. He game plans great for every situation he's in. You're not going to steamroll the Patriots. It's going to be a good game.
You are if you're the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl, or you're Nick Foles in the Super Bowl.
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles on the Chicago Bears, though. Terrible game.
Terrible.
I don't know what I was thinking last
They
week.
didn't even watch that one.
Put some false hope into me. They didn't even score
Phillip
a
Rivers.
touchdown.
Yeah, Phillip.
There
Yeah.
was one touchdown
Phillip
that whole game.
freaking Rivers.
He just game
Phillip
controlled
didn't
it.
even.
Game
He
controlled
didn't even
it.
throw.
He didn't even have a great game, to be honest.
249 yards.
I was
Game
hype on the Bears last
controlled.
week after they won. I was
So was
hype
I.
on the Bears.
But they played the Falcons, so maybe that just lets us know how bad the Falcons are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what that says.
I
The
mean,
Falcons
Indianapolis
are
has
terrible.
the best defense in the league
hold on.
right now.
One thing. Let me say one more thing about Atlanta because I got a text last time after the last podcast. A friend of ours that you guys all know is a fan of the Falcons, and he texted me, and he's like, "You didn't have to go so hard." And you know what? I'm gonna again because the Falcons are absolutely terrible this year, and I can't wait to see you get mad about this. Shout out to you.
Aaron Rodgers is gonna just lay an egg
Bro,
on that defense, bro.
he's gonna-
He's going crazy tomorrow.
Oh my god, it's gonna be an awful game. I don't even know why
I
it's
don't
gonna
even want to
be
watch, to
TV.
be honest.
It's literally gonna be
I'm
the Aaron
watching that
Rodgers
game
show.
for sure.
I hope Devontae
I like
Adams
that
plays because I need him so I can beat my boy Colin Buckets fantasy. And shout out George Kittle. Keep me in some fantasy games this week. That's what I like to see.
Coming back, having a
Come
huge
back off
game.
injury. Nick Mullins, I
game.
know
He dropped that game winner though at the end.
Notice he never talks about the league he's 0-3 in, well 0-4 in.
Yeah,
On
exactly.
The podcast.
Yeah.
He always talks about the league he's doing good in. Notice he never brings up the fact that he's
because he's a
0-4 in
sore
our
loser.
league. 0-4 in our league.
He has no idea what to say right now. He's just
So
emotionally
sore
stunned.
loser.
Yeah.
He's turning
Yeah.
red as an apple.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
What am I
Exposed.
supposed to say?
Hey,
Why would I talk
edit
about how
a
bad my
little
team?
exposed. Edit a little exposed logo.
Well, why would I say how bad my team is? Why would I talk about how bad my team is?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad. My bad.
Exactly. My point.
Just average takes. My bad.
Yeah.
You talk about
my
Greg
0-4 team. That's
Kittle.
Kenny Drake on the team. Yeah, fucking horrible.
let's talk a little bit more about the Philly 49ers.
You want to talk about I'm on 4? Ask Kenyon Drake. Terrible.
It's Kenyon Drake. Just drop him, guy. It's over with.
About to. He's not even worth
Can't win with
trade-wise.
3 points.
Can't win ever.
What were you saying,
Eagles. I said I want to talk a little bit more about this Eagles 49ers game Sunday night. Eagles ended up taking it.
It was a boring game.
It was a defensive game. Carson Wentz still doesn't look like he's any good, bro.
He didn't even throw for 200 yards, bro.
Like,
no.
That's the best he looked all season. That's the best he looked all season.
I thought he played well. And I thought Jalen Hurts was going to start too. So now that take looks kind of weird on our pick'ems because I was all hype on the Eagles because I thought Jalen Hurts was going to be the guy. I had that whole rant. Eagles still won, but Carson Wentz, I think, obviously is going to keep his job now. I think he played well enough to keep his job for another week.
Yeah, one touchdown.
He's still going to be a guy there in Philly.
One interception. It's weird. They had a pick 6, I think.
Yeah.
I think that helps a lot.
That Eagles team, they
49ers
have
are beat up.
49ers are on their third string quarterback, CJ Beathard, and he did all right tonight.
Yeah.
Mullins
he did what he could. They literally the only guy they have to throw the ball to is George Kittle. Debo Samuel came back, but you don't know how people are going to be coming off injury, so he
should have caught that game winner at the end.
IR.
Yeah.
He should have caught the game winner.
He should have. It was close.
Definitely.
Yeah, Kittle had a big game tonight.
Huge game for Kittle, bro.
It wouldn't have been close.
15 receptions, 183 yards, and a touchdown.
Needed
huge game. He almost had it. They would have won if he would have came down with that. Another kind of snoozer was the 0-4 now Texans and the 1-3 Vikings game.
Roman said it best
Dalvin
last
Cook,
week.
That's all I got to say.
Aaron Cook guy?
My bad. Dalvin Cook, that's all I got to say.
Oh, my God. How bad do you want to talk about Aaron Rodgers? Just how bad? Last week you said
he wants to make up for his take last week.
Aaron Rodgers. Now you're saying Aaron Cook.
He got in his head.
We'll talk about him, Roman. You talked about him before. Talk about him.
But I will give you a.
Wait, who?
You didn't have an average take
Dalvin
last
Cook?
week. You had a great take. Dalvin Cook ran all over the Texans.
Dalvin Cook, 130 yards, 27 carries. Great game.
2 tutties.
I
think Roman has the most slept on takes in the podcast. I feel like he has the most slept on takes in the podcast. A lot of them have lived well. If you go back and watch the whole podcast, a lot of Romans have lived well. A lot of them have lived well.
Saints look decent.
But a lot of them have looked really bad.
I'm giving it up. He's got some bad ones. We all got some bad ones, but a lot of his have lived well.
Yeah.
Shenny's
Vikings also
got some that live well. Oakland.
All my takes live well, man. Steelers undefeated, like I said.
They're lucky they didn't get to play this week.
Lucky.
Hey, Shenny, I have a question about the Steelers since you brought them up. Do you think that now having a bye week in week 4 is going to
play 13 weeks?
13 straight regular season games if you make playoffs, then it'll be.
No. I just think that's just going to.
You don't think that's
not going to bother us at all. That's just going to get it. That's going to give us a chance to get in a rhythm.
Hands full in that division.
You don't think the old man Big Ben needs time off mid-season?
No chance. He can play.
You guys had a good bye week mid.
Oh, wow. We don't need a bye week to have old Big Ben get ready to play. He's going to be ready to play no matter what. He just came off a year off. He's going to be ready to play. He wants to play 13 straight games.
13 straight games.
The whole defense is ready. Everyone's ready. Mike Tomlin, it's not going to phase us. It's not going to phase us. The Steel Curtain is ready for this. This is a type of battle they knew. COVID-19 2020 season, everyone doesn't know what's going to happen. So they are ready for
looked good until this mess up. Because now you have to play Titans and Ravens back to back.
Shenny is a diehard for his teams. He is a
For only
diehard for
like
his teams.
3
You got to
years
respect it.
This guy
Even
barely
though
became a
it's
Pittsburgh
looking
fan
scary
like
in that
2 years
division.
ago.
3 years. That's all I'm saying. He's
This
a
guy
diehard.
barely
But he's
became
going
a
hard in
Pittsburgh
the
fan
paint
since
for him,
2
though.
years.
First
He's
place,
going hard in the
baby.
paint for him, though. Every pod, he's
Let's
saying this. He's sticking the
go.
same script. Even though his division looks tough. That division looks
tough.
real tough.
Weak.
Cleveland looking a lot better than I thought. That
Cleveland
division
weak.
looking tough, and he still sticks it. You know you're scared. You know
Can't
You
wait
know
till
you're
the
scared.
Browns
Cleveland looking good.
The Cowboys are just weaker.
Can't wait till
Baltimore's
the
weak.
Browns beat you guys. Can't wait.
Literally.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
wait.
if
Baker
that
Mayfield
happens, if that
Can't wait.
happens,
in 160. You think
How about
Baker
this? How
Mayfield's
about
going
this?
to
Hold
score
on.
49 points?
points.
You think he's going to
49
do that to the
points.
Steelers?
We'll see.
hold on.
We'll see
Hold on,
13
hold on.
straight games for you guys.
Put your money where your mouth's at, Shenny. Hold on. If the Steelers lose to Cleveland, you got to come on the following podcast with a Browns hat and a Browns jersey on. If the Steelers lose to
Steelers
the Browns,
win.
you got to come
You
on.
guys, you all three of you have to wear Steelers podcast.
All right, shake on
Deal.
it. Everybody shake. Everybody
Deal.
shake. Hands in the camera. Everybody shake.
Deal.
Let's get it. All right. Whoa, bro. He's got the scary movie.
Yeah, he's
Good hand
scared.
thing.
No.
It's a good bet.
I bet they
Talk
call
about
you
the
guys.
the Ravens versus the football team.
Yeah,
Came
the
back.
football team.
Very
Killed
bad
them.
football team. Very bad.
Very
Like
bad
I
football
said,
team.
very bad football team. I said that last time. I'm going to say it again. I mean, Lamar looked good.
Ravens look
Ran
different
over.
facing the football team than fucking KC.
Well, Dwayne Haskins Jr. led that game in passing, but Lamar led that game in rushing. So I don't know how that evens out on the scoreboard, but the Baltimore Ravens played a very bad football team and came out on top. And
Wasn't
how
even
about
good of a game for the Ravens either.
Hey, quick real segment. Nature calls, so I gotta go, boys. I'm gonna let you guys wrap it up without me though.
All right.
I'll see you guys next time.
Yes,
Later.
sir.
see you, Tanner?
All right, my guy. Later, Tanner.
But continuing what you were saying, Shinny, Haskins got sacked 3 times for 40 yards.
I don't care.
That has a lot to do with – I mean, he played good. Their O-line didn't.
They're bad. Let's move on. Let's talk about the Rams-Giants game. That
Another
game
bad
seemed,
football team. Giants are no good without Saquon.
The Rams
Rams
just seem to
almost
be
lost
playing. They just seem to be playing really bad, but are really the record shows the opposite. I don't know. The last 2 games they've just had against the Bills. They had a tough game against the Bills. Should have won, but
Last second by Allen.
Last week they won against the Eagles, and this week now they're winning against the Giants. So
they got in a brawl also. If you guys watched that.
Yeah, I saw
Golden
that.
Tate versus Jalen
Ramsey going with Golden Tate.
You see he waited outside the locker room?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Said wanted all the smoke.
I read something that said right as the game went over, they just made eye contact and then went after each other. And everyone's saying the same story. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how it started. So I'm assuming it just right out of the game ended and then boom, they were just swinging on each other.
I mean, Rams look pretty good right now. I think Ramsey's playing outstanding. I don't know what the rest of their schedule looks like, but I think they've been playing good. I mean, this is a bad game overall, but their running back is hurt. So they're not playing with their number 1 pick from last year.
Jared Goff threw 25 for 32 with 300 yards, only 1 TD though.
Jared Goff had 200 yards.
200 yards.
200 yards, that's what I meant, not to 300. 200 yards.
Big difference. Yeah. I think the last game we haven't talked about is the Seattle-Miami game.
Yeah.
And that game is
MVP caliber.
Russ Wilson is putting on another clinic, man. He just knows how to win games, and he's experienced. He's a veteran now in this league. He's just proving that he is at the top of his game, and he's ready. He's tired of whatever. He wants his MVP, and he wants to win. So
Ryan Fitzpatrick, 300 yards, 2 INTs, bro. What is that?
I mean,
just straight giving it to the Seahawks.
No touchdowns from him either.
No touchdowns,
The Seahawks played without their star safety. Jamal Adams sat at home. I think that's a good move for him because you don't really need to play against the Dolphins. Did you see the picture he uploaded?
Yeah, he's still in his helmet and shit, watching the game.
Did you see what was in the ashtray in the middle of his legs?
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't. What was it? Oh, dang, I didn't see it.
It was since then deleted.
Snooze, you lose.
Damn, that's crazy.
Can't talk about it on podcasts.
You know. Fitzpatrick, I mean, that team honestly should just let Tua play. It would be more fun, but I know they want to let Tua rest. They're not that good.
Tua doesn't need to play.
A key to this game is Fitzpatrick also led the Dolphins in rushing.
He does that often.
For 47 yards and a rushing touchdown. I mean, we all knew the Seahawks were going to win this game. Russell again. I mean, he didn't have his best game. He didn't throw 5 touchdowns. He threw
DK
360
Metcalf 100 yards,
2 touchdowns and an interception. Metcalf did have 100 yards. Metcalf looks really good. He's just set out there. He has a couple like rookie mistakes when he's on the field, though. He definitely still making like dumb.
He's scoring touchdowns every game, though,
except today.
Except for today, yeah.
All right, I think we got all the football
games.
We're going to talk about the Monday night games, or
let's just preview a little bit of those.
So the first game, obviously, for the COVID-infected New England Patriots going to KC. Cam Newton is actually the only person that has COVID on the Patriots. Everyone else has tested negative.
Are you surprised this game wasn't canceled?
Yeah. Very surprised because I understand a lot more people in Tennessee tested positive, but
the weird thing is Tennessee.
Cam Newton had to have been in contact with someone that's going to play in this game.
Or it could be a false positive. Those happens too.
Yeah, it happens often, a lot.
The weird
very important times.
They don't get tested twice?
Why they do multiple.
And they have to get tested 4 or 5 times before they can deem it a false positive.
Yeah, so I mean, it probably wasn't, but I'm just saying the Titans had multiple players after they found out, like days later, start testing. What if after the game, another Patriots player tested positive? And then you have to think about now.
I think the NFL is going to shut down if more cases start coming up.
I mean, if they're not smart about this, there's definitely a possibility. It's a scary situation. We lost a game this week because multiple players on Tennessee tested positive and staff. So let's talk about the game a little bit more. The Cam Newton-less Patriots versus the Chiefs.
Pat Mahomes is just going to keep on rolling and just get this dub this week.
Yeah, I don't see any reason to bet against the reigning Super Bowl champs. They haven't shown me anything, so I'm going to stick with Pat Mahomes, and I hope it's a Sammy Watkins type of day tomorrow in Arrowhead Stadium. I hope it's a Sammy Watkins type of day.
Last episode, I asked for a little bit more CD in my life. And I got 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
nice.
Hopefully, you asking for some Sammy might help you out a little bit. I don't know, but I started CD this weekend.
If I get a little bit of Sammy in me, Noah J, you are done. If I get a little bit of Sammy, woo! You don't want none.
I think the Chiefs are going to ultimately win this game. It's probably going to be like 30-14, probably. I don't know the exact score.
Needs more points than that.
It might.
We have the over. We have the over. The over's 52.
Over's 52?
Yeah. You gotta hit it.
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's gonna be hard to hit.
I'm thinking like 40s.
Patriots usually do relatively well when they have backups in. The last time when Tom Brady was suspended 4 games, I'm pretty sure they won 3 out of the 4. So I'm not going to just rule out the Patriots, but it's definitely going to be a Chiefs game.
I'm not gonna
Chiefs
rule
have
them
most.
out.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ever rule out the
What?
Patriots.
Dude, they have Jared Stidham.
Yeah, who was potentially going to be their starting quarterback to go into this season.
Yeah, but clearly Cam Newton is like 10 times better than that guy.
Yeah, but Cam Newton hasn't even got to like throwing the ball. Maybe this kid could change it up a little bit.
Chuck it down the field.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. I don't want to count
They
the
shut down
Patriots
Lamar
out.
Jackson last week. I think they're gonna shut down Jared Stidham this week.
Yeah, they definitely probably will. I mean, but
Well, the next game we got is this 3-0 Green Bay Packers led by QB Aaron Rodgers, who's playing phenomenal right now. He is playing phenomenal. I don't know if you've seen this,
better
Roman,
than
but
Drew Brees.
he's playing very great.
Better than Drew
I
Brees.
don't think so.
He's playing very great, so I'm going to go with a blowout by the Packers. If the Falcons have a lead going in the fourth quarter, they will blow it no matter what. So you just cannot trust the Falcons in any type of lead ever. So you just have to go with the Packers here. You just can't. I don't know how you can even think about going Falcons ever in like
this Falcons
any game.
team reminds me of Chargers a couple of years ago when they would just like last second either throw interception or miss the field goal or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's teams
Green Bay is unreal right now.
Yeah, Green Bay is unreal. And
I don't know about unreal, but they're winning games. They're looking good. I definitely take them over the Falcons.
Well, there's teams that find a way to win. And then you have teams that find a way to lose. And that's the Falcons right now. And they have not shown anybody or anyone that they have found a way to win. So they're just going to keep losing. You just keep losing. L.
Yep.
Packers in 4 quarters. You heard it here.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers still doesn't have a turnover. I think.
Yeah, Roman.
He's
weird.
Definitely competing with the Seahawks, Russell Wilson for MVP. If he throws 4 touchdowns, he might be like a leader for MVP. Who knows? I mean, Dak's still up there. Dak's playing unreal.
Yeah, he is.
I have a couple questions
Can't be
I wanted
MVP,
to talk about.
1 and 3 though.
True. I have a couple questions. After the year, do you think Dak re-signs with the Cowboys?
No.
Yes.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
He does, but he's not going to get his Dak money because Dallas fans demand win. They want to win, and Dak's agents and Dak's group is going to go up to Jerry Jones and say, look, I have the stats of elite quarterback, but Jerry Jones is going to say, buddy, if you can't win games, I'm not going to give you the money you want. I need to win games. Dallas needs to win now, and they think they have the right tools to do it, and they are losing. They're losing good. They're losing to bad teams. Losing
defensively,
to good teams.
though, it seems like.
Yeah.
So,
but
if your
Dak
defense gives up 49
amazing,
points,
but if you're Dak, if you're Dak, you want your money. You want your money. You want your.
That's exactly
why
I think he's going to leave.
That's exactly why I think. Do you want to win? Do you want to win because you can't get paid and then have they're not going to put money into the defense if they pay you.
Depends where he goes.
He's not going to leave. He's going to stay in Dallas, but they're just going to they're going to debate on the contract money.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read a stat that it had like the top 7 NFL contracts, and none of them had won a World Series, or not a World Series, but a Super Bowl. They were all like the teams that pay the quarterbacks the most.
Yeah, since they've got their money, probably.
Yeah, since they've got their money, haven't won.
Which would make sense because
like I'm pretty sure Stafford's up there with like the most being paid.
Yeah, Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan's up there. There's
Big
just a
Ben's
bunch
up
of
there,
guys.
but
Pat Mahomes.
I don't even think. Well, now Pat Mahomes, he got paid after, but I don't even think Big Ben makes that much. I think he took like
he's on the bottom half of that list. I think now.
Yeah, because Tom Brady like took hella sacrifices over the years for the Patriots.
He did. He did for the Patriots, yeah.
They would always seem like they were redoing his contract.
Which that's what I think any great quarterback should do. Like I don't understand it.
Because the NFL's
Patrick
still gonna.
Mahomes is different. I don't know because Patrick Mahomes is different because he's got a Super Bowl one at least, and he got his contract now.
Yeah.
So
it might be different because he got paid early and he's still like young and wants to grind, but I don't know. We'll see. Dak, I mean, I would re-sign just because it's the best team you're gonna go to. If you go out to a different franchise right now, like, I mean,
I think the only other team I can see him. No, only other team I can see him going to maybe is the Saints. A lot. The Saints.
I can see the Eagles going. Here's a contract we don't like.
Drew Brees retires.
No more.
Cowboys sign Jameis. Get everything all twisted.
That'd be crazy.
Jameis, dude.
I don't know. I don't know if the Saints would do that.
Yeah, I don't think the Saints would do that.
I don't know. I have another question for you guys. A couple more questions.
Whatever, man.
Do you think the Bucks are contenders or pretenders? Going into the season, everyone was so hyped on Tampa Bay and
Mike Evans has been hurt, but
Mike Evans has been hurt. Chris Godwin's been hurt.
Yeah,
they haven't really met their max
definitely
potential. Their loss is only to a healthy Saints team in Week 1. They definitely.
I think they're just getting it together. I think they're definitely contenders. They're just learning right now. Have a little bit of injuries.
I think they are contenders as well. I think this week, like Tanner was saying earlier, Tom Brady always finds someone he can trust in the slot.
Yeah.
And I think today he showed why he's still a great quarterback. 369 yards, 5 touchdowns, one INT. Like, come on.
He's still playing out of his mind.
You can't ask any 43-year-old to do that.
Yeah.
On a weekly basis, and this guy is doing that right now. And that's what makes this team scary is when he is on his grind, on his team, on his A game.
Yeah, last year they wouldn't have won that game against the Chargers.
Yeah,
they would have. They definitely would have, but
no, their head coach said that after the game. He said that their mentality's changed so much from last year to this year. They said going into halftime down by how much they were down, that team doesn't come back and win. But with leaders and vets, they do those things. Tom Brady's thrown to guys no one's even heard of.
Yeah.
Literally.
Because everyone's hurt. So, I mean, Tom gets it done.
I think the Bucks are contenders as well.
That division's going to be hard versus
going to be weak.
The Saints.
No, I think it's going to be weak. I think Christian McCaffrey's out for too much significant time for the Panthers to make a run. And I think the Saints aren't as good as everyone thought they're going to be. They are supposed to get Michael Thomas back next week, maybe the week after that.
Maybe.
So they will.
It's kind of hard.
They will get a big boost back there, but I just think the Bucks have just win against a really bad Chargers team just prove that they can come back from being down by a lot.
Yep.
Any more questions or topics you guys have off the top of your head before we wrap this baby up?
No, I just want to say thanks to everyone watching this podcast. I don't know if you guys made it to this far, but
if you are here, I'd like to add in that go watch Season 1, Episode 1 of Average Takes Podcast.
Go watch them.
Go watch.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Thursday morning is our next episode of Pick'ems. And then
tune in
again next week for Monday's episode of Average Takes.
Average Take, you did.
Nothing wrong with being average, baby.
Listen to Savage Mode 2.
True. Banger.